Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on here? This is LC Muscles 28 here, back in with a brand new Painted Game Pick'em, Season 7, Episode number 21. We are pretty much right near the end of things, guys. This is Conference Championship week. This is the Conference Championship, only 2 games this week, and I'm actually really excited to talk about these games. It'll be intriguing to see what happens in these games, but let's go ahead and talk to you, see what you guys have to say about this.
Oh, baby. Let's get to it.
Hell yeah, Tiny Tim.
Championship Sunday is right around the corner, and I am pretty much hyped about it. A lot of you watching are probably saying, Tiny Tim, have you turned your back on your team? No. Actually, the Chiefs are my second favorite team. And the man who wears number 15 just happens to be a native East Texan. And oh my God. It has been a few days, and I'm still out of breath. That game damn near gave me a heart attack.
This past weekend was some of the best football I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's phenomenal football.
Totally unbelievable.
I agree.
100%.
It was definitely a fantastic weekend for football. There were some really good games. I can't believe that these games went down like that. It's just unbelievable. But
3 last-second field goals and a walk-off touchdown. Who the hell would have called that?
Exactly.
Especially after wild card and all those blowouts, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wild card weekend kind of sucked. This game,
insane.
This week was insane. But all I gotta say is fix the fucking overtime rules.
Yes.
I'm sorry. The overtime rules are completely terrible. They need to be fixed. They need to be like college football. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I've been saying that for the last 10 years.
Alex, what do you have to say?
Honestly, I think both teams should have a chance to score. Both teams should have a chance to score. If they fail the first time, if they score at least once, the other team should at least have a score.
Exactly. But yet, you know what's crazy about it? He goes, yeah, 2018 at the AFC Championship game, and the people complaining, oh, but Patrick Mahomes never got his chance. He would have scored if they happened. But then 2021, oh, we don't care.
Who cares?
Exactly. What a narrative. Yeah. Unbelievable, man. They did announce the Super Bowl referee and the Conference Championship referee. So I
did hear about the Super Bowl referee.
The Super Bowl referee is Ron Torbert.
Hey,
I'm actually for it.
That's the guy who did that during the Dolphins and Titans game.
That's right.
Hey. And everyone's like, hey.
Hey, man, I'm glad he's a Super Bowl. I think it's going to be his first Super Bowl referee, like his first game refereeing the Super Bowl. And I'm very excited to see him. He's a good referee. You know, I like that choice. I think he deserves it. The referees for the games this Sunday, Bengals Chiefs, is Bill Vinovich, which he should be retired at this point. I'm not a fan of him. And then the other one is Carl Sheffers. So with that being said, let's talk about the game, shall we? First game is Bengals and Chiefs, the AFC Championship game. This is in Arrowhead, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on CBS. The Chiefs are a 7.5-point favorite. Alex? Or the announcers?
Announcers for the CBS, it's Jim Nantz and Tony Romo.
It's the A-team. I think at this point, it's the A-team. What do you expect?
Exactly.
But you know what? I'm still intrigued to see what happens in this game. So, what do you guys have to say about this game?
I think it's pretty obvious who he's going with.
Yeah. Tiny Tim, go ahead first.
Go ahead first.
Well, like I said, that game Sunday night had a heart attack on me, and 13 seconds. 13 friggin' seconds. I mean,
it's too much time. That is way too much time.
Usually I say you never give like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, you don't give him more than 30 seconds. This guy only needed 13 seconds. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean that their defense was in prevent defense, which is stupid.
Yep. Prevent defense is absolutely not worth it.
Anyway, I can see them rolling into another Super Bowl. I see this
Yep.
game's going to be closer than the 7 points. I believe Cincinnati can cover, but I believe the Chiefs will pull it out. And don't be surprised if you see another last-second field goal. However, if it's any consolation, I believe Joe Burrow could be a front runner for a comeback player of the year.
I
True.
think
But
he will
anyway,
be.
I'm going to give this game to the Chiefs. Going back to the Super Bowl, what would it be 3 years now? 3 years in a row?
3 years in a row.
Yeah.
3 years in a
54,
row.
55, and 56 if they win.
Right. So, give it to the Chiefs. I don't know if this game will go into overtime, but I wouldn't be surprised with everything that happened in the last couple of weeks. Give me the Chiefs to take this one and take the trophy that is named after the late great owner.
Yep.
33-30 Chiefs.
Okay.
I'll go next on this one. I'll save Alice last for this one, but it's just realistically, I feel so bad for Gary and the Bills fans. Gary, he was texting me throughout the game. Gary was texting us, me and Alex in our group chat throughout the game. He was a fucking nervous wreck. He was literally got physically ill from the game. Like, he was just that nervous.
Gabriel Davis is a stud.
Gabriel Davis is an absolute stud. He 100% is. And he's going to be a fantastic Bills player coming up. But, you know, the Bills, I think they need a few more pieces in order to beat the Chiefs. Right now, the Chiefs, they're the kings of the AFC until someone beats them. As great of a story as the Bengals have been, there's no way they can get past Kansas City's offense. They did win in Week 16, but that was in Cincinnati. This is in Kansas City, a much tougher environment, and they will also be playing next year in Kansas City. So this will also be another big game. So the Bengals do have what it takes, do have the pieces to stop Kansas City. The question is, will they be able to execute it again? By my understanding, it's going to be very tough to do, especially playing at Arrowhead. Kansas City is nearly unbeatable. Even when they were struggling, they were still absolutely fantastic in Kansas City. The only team to really beat them was Buffalo. Everyone else just could not stand up to them in the challenge. And I don't think anybody right now is going to be able to beat Patrick Mahomes other than Josh Allen in the AFC. I think he's the only guy right now that could beat Patrick Mahomes. Unfortunately, Josh Allen didn't. But I don't think Joe Burrow is in the same caliber as Josh Allen just yet. I think he's still got another year or two. This has been a great run for the Cincinnati Bengals, but unfortunately, their success ends here. I understand, Dashy. I understand they're 2-0 in AFC Championship games. I completely understand that. But it's the Kansas City Chiefs, and their offense is unbelievable. And as much as I want to pick the Cincinnati Bengals, I got to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. Got to go with the favorite here. I think the Chiefs are just a better team. Final score, 34-24. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs to host their third straight Lamar Hunt trophy up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I brought back the jersey of the week this week because I remember that there is a former Dolphin that's on the Kansas City Chiefs, and that is the current backup, Chad Henne.
Chad Henne, he's a joke.
Chad Henne.
Motherfucking joke.
You remember that, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Well, it was in Week 17 that we saw these two teams, and this was an absolute classic offensive shootout where the Bengals beat the Chiefs 34-31 by a last second field goal by Evan McPherson. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Because that's exactly what happened last week. The Bills lit up the Chiefs defense that day as Jamar Chase caught 11 passes for 266 yards, and he helped me win my fantasy football championship.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well
I'm
done.
forever in doubt I'm forever in Jamar Chase. He's always a big fan. I'm always going to be a big fan of his from now on. The Bengals destroyed the Kansas City Blitz. The Chiefs got pressure that day against Joe Burrow, sacking him three times, with Chris Jones getting 2 of those. But Joe Burrow has been outstanding against the Blitz all season, and he has especially been good with those guys in the backfield. Coming off a 9-sack game last week against the Titans, that would seem a little risky this week, but that also leaves one-on-one situations for Chase and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd in the slot. As for the Bengals defense, they limited Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce to 11 catches and 65 yards and a touchdown in their last meeting. The matchup featuring Orlando Brown and Trey Hendrickson will be a big one to watch. FAU, give a hoot, don't pollute.
FAU.
And Brown didn't play in that last game. This will be another one of those shootouts. I see it. Both teams will have success throwing it, and both will roll up big numbers. But in the end, Kitty goes meow. I'm going with the Bengals
Wow.
to make it to the Super Bowl for the first time since, I believe, 1988.
1988.
34-31.
I think you might want to sound the alarm there. I would.
Oh my God!
Kitty
I
goes
think
meow.
we're going to sound the
this.
alarm.
I'm going to sound the alarm. I gotta find it first.
Hey, Pizzle with an upset special.
Give me the Bengals. Shock the world, and please, for the love of God, end this shit. I don't want to see I don't want to see Jackson Mahomes or his freaking wife. All that shit. I don't want to see it. Give me the Bengals. Shock the world.
Oh damn!
Wow. I don't want to see Jackson Mahomes doing this stupid TikTok dance in the Super Bowl.
I don't either. Trust me, I don't either.
Kitty goes.
Now we have the NFC Championship game. The 6:40 p.m. 6:35 p.m. kickoff is on Fox. It is the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams for the third time this year, which is absolutely insane. Third time this year. Rams and 49ers. Rams are a 3.5-point favorite.
How is that possible? Because the 49ers beat them twice.
I know, but I am going what it says. But Rams are a 3.5-point favorite, is what it's going off of right now, off of Yahoo Sports.
Interesting.
But yeah,
okay.
And Alex, the answers.
It's Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Yep, Beavis and Butthead.
We'll see.
That sucks.
Here's the thing, though. Jackson Mahomes is worse than Jake Paul. At least Jake Paul could fight.
Can he, though?
At least he can get in a boxing ring. Jackson Mahomes, if he got in a boxing ring, he would get his ass knocked out within 5
Can I go
seconds.
first here?
Go right ahead.
Do you mind?
Go.
Right
All right. So, Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay are good friends who have worked together in their careers, but since becoming head coaches, Kyle Shanahan has gotten the better of McVay. He is 7-3 in 10 games against him, winning 6 straight, including 2 this year. Week 18, the 49ers beat the Rams on the road to earn the spot in the playoffs. And here we are 3 weeks later. They're back in the same building to a chance to get to the Super Bowl.
It's nuts.
That was insane. In that last meeting, 49ers rallied from a 17-0 deficit to win the game 27-24 in overtime. 49ers defense dominated the Rams offensive line in that game. In 2 games against the Rams, the 49ers had 7 sacks and 21 pressures without doing a lot of blitzing, which is something Matthew Stafford has killed this season. The The Rams love to run the ball in their zone scheme, but the 49ers have run it better in the two games, gaining an average of 87.5 yards more per game on the ground. That's where this game will be won. The team that runs the best will win. And I think the 49ers need to run it to take the pressure off of Jimmy G while the Rams key their offense. So the Rams are a star-studded team, but the 49ers are a much more physical team. The last time a team won 3 games, including a conference title game on the road against the same team in the same season, came in 1999 when the Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Tennessee Titans.
That's right.
Or when the Titans beat the Jaguars. I'm sorry, Titans beat the Jaguars to go to the Super Bowl. And I think that will happen here. I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Wow.
I think the 49ers continue their title reign, and I think they sweep the Rams. They beat them once. They beat them twice. They're going to beat them 3 times. Give me the 49ers to beat the Rams by a final of 28-24.
Damn, Tiny Tim. Oh, yeah. I see the report that Ben was close to being traded to San Francisco. Yeah, I don't think that would have happened, personally. It's just a report. It's speculation. So, Tiny Tim, what do you got to say?
49ers, Rams 3, Dream Warriors. Anyway, we got a very good one here. I think San Francisco, when I've been watching the 49ers play this postseason so far, if I could just change a few lyrics from an old Boss Skaggs song, just makes you think of one man, Debo.
Debo.
Man, that Debo Samuel, he is a stud. He is a player. You got to watch out for that guy. He is going to I think he's pretty much been the X factor in the last 2 playoff games, and I believe. What isn't Tiny Tim a Cowboys game?
Not this week. Not this week.
Not this week. Not this week. Not this week. Although you might want to. This may be a pipe dream. This may be a pipe dream. What you've got here, I say we want Peyton. It may be a pipe dream, but hey, he was once the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. So best thing to do is just cut all ties with McCarthy 2 years. That's it. And hire Sean Payton to be head coach.
That's what I'm thinking. I think 1 more year with McCarthy, and then Payton comes in.
But anyway, back to this game here. Sorry about that, Brandon. Anyway, Debo Samuel pretty much took care of the Cowboys almost single-handedly. And and of course those 49ers took care of that bad man.
That bad man.
I wonder if we've seen the last of him.
I think he's done in Green Bay. He is 100% done in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say he's done in Green Bay, or is he done, period?
Nope, done in Green Bay. Brady, I think, is done, period. But that's a whole different discussion for another day.
I think Brady's got 1 more year.
All right.
It's gonna be a last dance sort of thing.
Maybe at the final tour, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, those Rams really kept pace here. They've been doing great. But right now, the team that got the best mojo, LC, sound the alarm again.
Oh my God, no way. Oh my God. I'm not prepared for this. I'm not prepared for this.
Hey, I wasn't prepared for last week's game, but hey, I'm sounding the alarm here. It will be the 49ers taking on the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I got the 49ers winning this one 31-27.
Wow. My goodness.
Yeah, let that sink in, y'all.
Oh, I love it.
Man, my goodness. How do I top this up, man? This has been an interesting season, to say the least. With the fact that,
I did, Dashy.
oh yeah, Dash, you did pick the Bengals.
I did. You're welcome. Kitty goes meow.
Kitty goes meow. Oh my goodness. My goodness, so I'm just thinking of this game, and this is the game where realistically either team can win this game. The Rams, they play phenomenal football through 6 quarters of postseason football. That second half against the Buccaneers, they let off the gas pedal. Let's be honest here. They let the Bucs get back in it and win, and almost win the game. But the Niners, they play phenomenal football through the past few times. Like, they play pretty phenomenal football too. So this is going to be a game where realistically either team is going to have a good shot at this. The big question for the Rams is, are they going to be able to get past San Francisco's defense? The first game is San Fran completely dominated them. The second game, though, was only a few weeks ago, and the Rams almost won, but the Niners ended up winning in overtime. This game will be very competitive for both teams in regards to the fact that you got good rushing offenses on both teams. You got Cam Akers and Sony Michel on the Rams, and you got Deebo Samuel and Elijah Mitchell on the 49ers. This game is going to be decided, though, however, of which quarterback can make the throws at the most opportune times.
Right.
It's going to be very interesting to say how both teams will be able to throw the ball, especially the fact that what is the thing? Oh, yeah. The fact that the Rams have been very competitive just overall in the past few games, and they've been a very strong team. And against the Niners when they first played, Kupp still had over 122 yards. In the second game, they played Kupp at over 118 yards. And I think Kupp's going to continue to dominate in this game. Expect Kupp to at least have 135 to 140 yards in this game. That is going to be a huge difference maker. While he's making plays on the field, though, the other Rams receivers, I think, will step up and make an impact as well. Odell Beckham Jr., Tyler Higbee, all are fantastic players for the Los Angeles Rams. And I think that Matthew Stafford is the more healthy quarterback compared to Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo's still dealing with all those shoulder injuries. He was barely able to make the throws he needed to when playing the Packers, and the Packers pretty much just imploded in the second half of that offense, just being able to do absolutely nothing.
Highlight Steeler Nation comment real quick.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%. He definitely deserves it. 100% he deserves it. But I'm going to get to my point in just a second. But
Sorry.
The thing is, no, you're good. But realistically, I think that Matt Stafford, this is a run for him that he wants. This is his Super Bowl. Like, if this is an opportune time to win the fucking Super Bowl, it's this time. Because let's be honest here. If Matt Stafford played really well, like Matt Stafford had his defense completely show up against the 49ers for the second game, they would have won. Let's be honest here. I think Matt Stafford's doing everything he can to play his team, but he cannot throw a turnover. That's going to kill him. If he throws a turnover or get an interception, it's going to be bad news. But Jimmy Garoppolo, though, is prone to throwing interception too. So whichever quarterback plays perfect is going to have their team win. And realistically, I think that Matt Stafford has a higher chance of playing perfect football compared to Jimmy Garoppolo. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams as my pick. Okay. I think the Rams are just the better team right now, and I think that they are going to cement themselves and be the second team in a row to host the Super Bowl. That's right, folks. They'd be the second team in a row to host the Super Bowl. Right. They would win. They would be the Buccaneers hosted last year, and then the Rams would be the second year. This would be the second year in a row. And I think everyone ever since that Super Bowl, like that Monday Night Football game, the Rams and Chiefs, ever since that game, I think the NFL has wanted to see that game more than anything. And I think that's what people want to see the most. They want to see that Monday Night Football showdown again, but this time have a much better matchup in regards to quarterback play. Because let's be honest here, Jared Goff is nowhere near as good as Matt Stafford.
No.
Let's be honest here. Seeing Matt Stafford and Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl is what would drive in so many people. So, Jimmy G, I think the time has come. I think he's going to have a phenomenal year, and I think he's definitely going to earn himself a still position on the team, but I think that the Rams right now are going to get this win. Give me the Rams to win this game. I think it'll be very close, but I think the Rams will win it off a game-winning field goal. Give me the Rams over 49ers, 27-24. Give me the Rams.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
Odell, yeah, he didn't do anything last week, but still, the Odell still can provide fantastic games, even with Kupp getting the production he has. They still have more production. Odell Beckham. I think the problem that the Niners have is I don't know if Juwan Jennings or any of the other receivers that the Niners have can step up and be able to completely step up completely. Like Juwan Jennings, I think that was like a miracle game in that second game against the Rams. I don't think he's going to be able to do that again. I think Odell Beckham Jr. can have that kind of performance. So that's why I'm picking the Rams. And the Super Bowl halftime show because
I hope the Rams do win because I want the offensive coordinator of the 49ers to be the Dolphins' next head coach.
Mike McDaniel.
I want Mike McDaniel. That guy is so awesome.
It'll be nice to have him, so we'll see what happens.
That would be nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if anybody wants to come
send the link.
Send the link. I'm gonna send the link.
Yes,
just a quick announcement for
Let's
you
hear
guys.
what the people have to say.
Oh, I agree. Let's see what the people have to say. But I will say though, that next week there is no Painting Game Pick'em next week because it is the Pro Bowl. We do not cover the Pro Bowl at all. So we'll take a break next week, and then we'll be back for Super Bowl 56 next week. So with that being said, we'll just see you guys next week, and then I'll probably do a video. Maybe I might just come on next week for a live stream, but we'll see, or do some kind of Steeler live stream because I want to do one. So
hang out.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and put the link in.
Okay. Let's see what the people have to say.
All right. You've heard our take. We want to hear yours.
Exactly. I 100% want to hear what everyone else has to say.
I think I know who the first person is going to be. That's what I thought.
The Zach Man.
Zach Man. What's up?
Aaron, before I get into my picks, here's a little bit of a rant. Aaron Rodgers, I want your ass off this damn team now. This was the last chance I gave you, and you fucking lost to the 49ers again. Now you're 0-4 against them. And what do you know? We're sitting at home. And I've given up on these playoffs now, even though I only have one horse holding the shoe.
So what do you think is going to happen for this weekend?
I'll get to it soon. The Packers, gone. Normally, my number 2 team, I would root for if the Packers get eliminated early, in the Baltimore Ravens. But they've been out of the playoffs since week 18. And I rooted for the Bucks because I live in the area, and they just lost to the Rams. Every team I rooted for this past weekend outside of the Cincinnati Bengals lost.
Yeah, I only had one right pick.
I had one right pick in that because I took Tennessee to beat.
Only one I got wrong was the only one I got right was the Rams.
The only one I got right was the
I was wrong.
Packers. But anyways, on to my picks. Bengals and Chiefs. The AFC has probably the most stacked quarterback room of the last 15 years in the NFL. So many great young quarterbacks to choose from. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. those 5 quarterbacks are going to be running the AFC for the next few decades at least.
I wouldn't put 2 in there either. Trust me.
And these two teams faced each other earlier. The Bengals did win. That was in Cincinnati. Now the scene will shift to Arrowhead, where the Bengals have not won an Arrowhead in a long time. The last time these two played, Jamar Chase dropped nearly 300 yards on one of the worst secondaries in the NFL. The Chiefs' secondary is probably the worst in football. I am 100% pulling for the Bengals, but I don't have a whole lot of confidence that Zach Taylor can go into Arrowhead along with Joe Burrow in the group to stun the Chiefs. I'm going to be real here. I'm going Chiefs. Do I want the Bengals to win? Yes. But in the end, I'm going to be realistic and ride with the Chiefs. Get the win 45-31. Send them back to the Super Bowl again.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams and the Niners. I don't give a fuck who wins this game because I hate both of these teams. The 49ers eliminated us in the postseason. And then the Rams. I don't like teams from the Los Angeles area. I don't. I really don't. But I do have a spot in my heart for Cooper Kupp because he single-handedly won me a fantasy championship this year.
Yep.
Even though I had Devontae Adams, Ezekiel Elliott, Najee Harris, and I had a healthy Lamar, and then he got hurt, so I had to bring in Stafford.
Cool.
But anyways, if there's one thing I've learned, Kyle Shanahan has had the best of Sean McVay. Even in 2017, when the 49ers were one of the worst teams in football and the Rams are one of the brightest teams upcoming, the 49ers still were able to get a win out of them. Not to mention, they almost beat the Rams earlier in that same season as well. Sound the alarm. I got the 49ers.
You got the 49ers? Oh, my.
I got to see it to believe it.
I like it.
I got to see it to believe it. Until the Rams beat the 49ers, I'm going to keep picking the 49ers to win it. And I think it's going to be NFL after the great game that was Super Bowl 54. I think they're going to want the rematch of that, and I think we're going to get the rematch of Super Bowl 54. Not to mention these two teams play each other next year as well.
Who wants to go next, though, since Zach just went? Dash, you want to go next since you're the Bengals fan? You're the only guy who has a horse in this one, man. You're like been the longest Bengals fan.
Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? CA Cougars here.
I know. I was going to Dash. You came in
49ers.
Well, I know, but
There's still a horse in the race.
Yeah, he has a horse in the race, but for the team, let's be honest here. When's the last time the Bengals have been to an AFC championship?
1988-89 season. The last time we won in Arrowhead was to fact check Zach was 2012-13 season, week 11.
But that's the thing, though. That's why I wanted to give Jashy a chance because Dashy hasn't had a team anywhere in 30 years. So Dashy, go ahead and go first.
All right.
And then see it.
All right. This first game's my game of the week. This is my last game of the week of the season. I think this will be a fantastic game. You got my Cincinnati Bengals who beat the Chiefs to win at AFC North back in week 17 in Cincinnati, heading to Arrowhead to play Mahomes and the Chiefs. Okay. Stop me if you heard this one before. A team who won the divisional round game in overtime. The teams who won the overtime game in the divisional round are 7-18 in the conference championship. Make it 7-19. Sound out alarm.
I hope that's right.
Chief fans, I hate to do this to you, but your magical run ends.
Let's go, Dashy.
Bengals win it. We'll give me 3-0 in the AFC title game and put my boys back in the Super Bowl. Bengals win it in my game of the week, 35-32. I hope we put 20 plus points on it early. We're up by 20 or more early, so make it hard for Mahomes to come back. Next up, you got the 49ers and the Rams. I've been going back and forth in this game, but when in doubt, I go home team. That's what I'm going to do here. Give me the Rams to win this one. I think 49ers will make it close, but in the end, I got the Rams winning 28-27, making my Super Bowl the LA Rams versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
I also forgot to mention there's going to be Niner fans at the game. A lot of them, by the way, because LA doesn't give a shit about football.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Well, yeah, C.A. Cougar, I know, has been a long 49ers fan, but he saw his team in the Super Bowl in his lifetime. Dashy hasn't seen a team win a playoff team in his lifetime. So, C.A. Cougar, go ahead. You're next up.
All right. Well, as my name suggests, Aaron Rodgers, the 49ers own him in the playoffs, and they did it again, barely getting past Green Bay. So, yes, the 49ers.
Am I the only one who saw a wide open David DeGuara over the middle and instead Aaron Rodgers was frozen to double coverage?
Yeah. Yeah, like even though the Niners offense looked putrid in that game. I mean, George Kittle dropped a wide open fucking pass, and
Jimmy
Jawan
G
Jennings
threw a
dropped
late
well.
pass to ass that was picked off
Mm-hmm.
because he had Kittle wide open earlier, but nope, Jimmy G throws it late because Jimmy G had a hurt arm and a hurt throwing hand.
Yeah. All right, and then of course we also have Bengals Chiefs. We'll talk about the Bengals Chiefs game first. So the Bengals got it done over Tennessee, although Joe Burrow was sacked 9 times, which is very concerning. Now, I don't think Kansas City's pass rush is nearly as good as Tennessee's, but the Bengals O-line, it was a problem for them. And if they get to Joe Burrow too many times in this game, the Bengals are going to have a lot of trouble. They're going to have a lot of trouble. However, if Joe Burrow can get the ball away, whether it's to fuck it, Jamar's down there somewhere, or T. Higgins or anyone else.
Or Tyler Boyd or Joe Mixon.
Yep, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon, C.J. Uzama. If any of those guys can get open, I mean, the Kansas City secondary was garbage last week.
Worst in the league.
They left Gabriel Davis wide the hell open like 7 times in those final 2 drives, including twice in the end zone. So,
Gabriel Davis, UCF Knight.
Right.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game, and I'm just going to say this: Cincinnati, please win. Like,
I agree. I want Cincinnati to win.
Everyone but Tiny Tim agrees.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but the Chiefs fans have been obnoxious this week.
They have.
Ever since they beat Buffalo. They've been
obnoxious the whole season.
Yeah, but especially after this week, it's been ridiculous. Like, seriously, Bills, how the hell do you give up 45 yards in 13 seconds? Yes, Kansas City had timeouts, but still.
Maybe don't call a timeout on the defensive end.
Mm-hmm. All right, but yeah, and then of course Kansas City's offense is just ridiculous as well.
No introduction needed about them.
Yeah. So I have this being a pretty high-scoring game, but in the end, we saw Kansas City and Cincinnati play each other. That was in Paul Brown Stadium. The Bengals got away with one there. They came away with the win. Arrowhead's obviously going to be a much tougher stadium for them to play in. I think this game could go either way. Again, I think it's going to be a shootout. But right now, I think overall, honestly, if you had to ask me like which team I think is the hotter team right now, or the team that like just looks hotter right now, I think it's Cincinnati. Even though, yes, the Chiefs have been red hot as well, I just think Cincinnati has a slight edge on that front. So that is why I'm actually going to go with the Bengals in this game. I am going to take Cincinnati to win this game in a total shootout.
Yes.
42-39 will be my final score. Give me the Bengals.
Wow.
Go motherfucking
And they will
Bengals
go to
this
their
week.
third Super Bowl
Well.
and their first since 1988. And then we've got my game, the 49ers and the Rams. So we've seen them play each other twice this year. The 49ers came out on top both times. The first game was a blowout. The second game was very close. It was a come-from-behind win for the Niners.
Matthew Stafford, horrible throw at the end.
Yeah. And now we play them a third time. Of course, we know winning 3 times against the same team in 1 year is way easier said than done. Look at New Orleans last year. They blew Tampa Bay out twice in the regular season. And then come playoff times, Tampa Bay marched into New Orleans and knocked them out of the playoffs.
Playoff Tom Brady for you.
So, yeah, of course, that was playoff Tom Brady. This time we've got playoff Matthew Stafford. Now, Matthew Stafford's looked pretty good in the playoffs so far. He hasn't really made too many mistakes, at least through the first 6 quarters. He did have that terrible, although that wasn't really his fault. It was a terrible snap over his head. And Rams fans, I'm just going to say this. You better thank your lucky stars that you ended up winning that game. Because if Tampa Bay had come back and win that, you would not hear the end of it from me. As a 49ers fan who hates the Rams, I would have
I don't like LA.
laughed in their faces the whole time because they almost pulled a Falcons. They almost pulled an Atlanta Falcons.
They did.
Brady. They were like, I think if Leonard Fournette had picked up the first down and fell down short of the end zone, I think Tampa wins. I think Tampa goes to overtime, and I think Tampa wins that game. I think that's what happens.
Ooh.
So yeah. Anyway, the thing the 49ers need to do to beat the Rams, get some coverage on Cooper Kupp. You can't leave him wide open. Otherwise, he will make you pay. He's gotten over 100 yards in both games against us this season, including the blowout game. So I think if we can keep him covered, we can keep Odell covered, then we can lock down all their receivers. And then, of course, our defense, especially our front seven. I mean, if we play anything like we did against Green Bay, Matthew Stafford's going to have a long night.
Stafford's dead.
Yeah, because, I mean, after that first drive, we pretty much just shut down Aaron Rodgers. There's really only one instance of blown coverage for the rest of the game after that, and that was the 75-yard pass to Aaron Jones. That was really the only other big play we gave up throughout the entire game.
Because Aaron Rodgers loves to hold on to the ball way too long.
Yep. 100%.
Now, for the 49ers, it's going to depend a lot. Shut up, Alexa. Sorry, my Alexa's talking. I don't know. Alexa, stop.
What? That was random.
Wow.
My echo just went off for no reason there. Anyway, I was talking about Jimmy G. So the question is, what Jimmy G are we going to get? And Jimmy G always seems to make a bad turnover every game. It seems like there's always at least one bad interception that he throws. He did it last week. He did it against the Cowboys. He did it in Week 18 against the Rams as well. Well, actually, he threw 2 interceptions, but only one of them was his fault, I would say. Now, and then, of course, our running game, Elijah Mitchell's a beast, and we got Debo in the run game as well. On the receiving end, I think Juwan Jennings could have another very strong game. He had a very good game against the Rams in Week 18. Brandon Ayuk. I think if we get him involved,
Ayuk.
then he's going to be very good for us as well. And then, of course, George Kittle, best tight end in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of people might say Travis Kelce. I still think Kittle's better.
It's
Mainly,
Kittle,
agree.
Andrews, and Kelsey.
Yeah. Mainly for his blocking abilities. He's good at blocking. That's what we've been using him for a lot lately. Now, an X factor for this game is going to be Trent Williams. I think if Trent Williams doesn't play, the 49ers are going to have a difficult time. Or Jimmy G's going to have a difficult time getting rid of the ball.
Shanahan did say that he believed that Williams believed he's playing, and so do I.
Yep.
Yeah, I do think Williams is going to play. I do think he will play.
Debo's playing for sure.
And
He's not on
Yeah,
an injury.
yeah, Debo's going to play too. The other thing with Williams is we didn't have Trent Williams in Week 18 against the Rams. A lot of people don't remember that. We didn't have Trent Williams. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
and we still ended up winning that game. The big difference maker here, I think, is going to be Debo Samuel. As I believe when I made my appearance on the wild card picks, my name was Debo Samuel, owner of the LA Rams.
Yep.
And I think he's going to do it again. I think he's going to get at least 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. He might even get a passing touchdown again. We'll see. But I think he's going to just absolutely torch that Rams defense, whether it's rushing or receiving. He's been amazing against the Rams ever since he came to the league. He's part of the reason why we're 6-0 in the last 6 games against them. And the other thing about SoFi Stadium is I like to call it Levi South, because about 60 to 75% of the fans there in Week 18 were 49ers fans.
Yep.
Did you see the Rams ticket prices?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
massive.
scared of us. They're using COVID as an excuse. I call bullshit. I think they're scared of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work. 49ers
Nope.
fans are still going to show up in droves. And it's going to feel like a home game for us. So I think this game's going to be close. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. The Rams obviously have a strong pass rush as well with Aaron Donald and Von Miller. And Jalen Ramsey in the secondary is always going to be a dangerous weapon for them. But in the end, I think this will be a bit of a lower scoring game than before. But in the end, I think it's going to be very close. But I am going with my 49ers to take the 3rd W of the season against the Rams. And we are going to get a rematch of Super Bowl 16 and Super Bowl 23 with the 49ers and the Bengals. Give me the 49ers to win this game 23-20.
Love it.
Wow.
Love it.
Mm.
Hell
Interesting.
yeah.
Let's not. Oh, see, I sent the latest tweet about Juju interested signing with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna
Oh,
happen.
man.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
No way.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's gonna stay
man.
one more year.
I don't
love for
know.
that to happen just so the Chiefs deal with all those distractions. But what a
Lord.
waste that is
Chiefs
Josh
don't-
Gordon. What a wasted signing.
That was a waste.
I also got some
You did.
screenshots of certain Chiefs fan calls himself Chief Master. He was disrespecting Cincinnati chili.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You know what that
God.
means?
No shock.
You know what that means?
What?
The curse. The Cincinnati chili curse. You know?
Oh God, the Cincinnati. That's right.
I think that actually has the
He does.
list.
He does have the list.
I think
yeah.
MJF was on the list.
Oh God, MJF.
What was the
The
other one? I
Braves.
think the Braves were one of them.
The Mets, the guys like Gary
The
Cohen.
Mets. Yep.
I know the Steelers are on that list because they took an unnecessary shot.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It was Cleveland Sports as a sports city also on that list. Chargers,
Chargers.
Alabama
That's
Crimson Tide. The Titans now recently
Man, there's so many people though.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, man. And then also with Sean Payton retiring, it's crazy. But now Byron Leftwich is now the official coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Not yet. They're interviewing Nathaniel Hackett.
Interesting.
Huh.
Really?
But
Well-
please take Nathaniel Hackett. He's fucking terrible.
Well, no, they already
Doesn't even
confirmed
call
that. Like, there's already multiple sources that confirmed that Byron Leftwich will be the next head coach of.
I just saw a report
I
that
thought,
the Jags are interviewing Hackett.
Yeah,
Nope.
and
Nope,
they went with the I heard that they went with the Colts defensive coordinator.
The Bears
Nope.
are going after the Colts defensive coordinator. But
Oh,
again,
they are?
I think the Bears are going to fuck up and get Todd Bowles.
I
Or
don't
Jim
know.
Caldwell.
Jim Caldwell's
And
okay.
Byron Leftwich is also the third Jaguars coach in the 3rd years, and everyone's reacting to it, Jack.
I
Well,
think,
they're going to interview
I
him,
think
but
the
right now
Giants
Leftwich
get,
pretty much is near the. Right now, he's pretty much the
He's the
favorite
top
right
of the
now,
list, okay.
unless Hackett completely blows him away. It's going to be.
Hackett's going to go to Denver. Actually, Chicago
It's
might
going to
also
Leftwich
get
is going to
Dan
go.
Quinn.
So
Leftwich was the Jaguars' 2003 first-round pick.
yep, they still got a first round pick. So we'll see what happens when they use
On
it.
it.
So.
That's right.
And now Jaguars will have Aiden Hutchinson with the first overall pick.
They're going to get Evan Neal. No,
No,
they're gonna get
I
Evan
think they
Neal.
should go with Thibodeau.
No, it's going to be Evan Neal.
Avon Thibodeau.
Evan Neal.
Yeah,
They
I think
need
it's going to be
O-line.
Evan Neal.
They badly need an offensive line.
Yeah.
No
Well,
matter
that-
what, you're not picking from neither the wild card slot or nor the divisional round slot.
I think the Giants are going to get Brian Dable from Buffalo.
We'll see what happens.
Especially
So.
since Joe Shane, their new GM, he's been targeting Dable or Leslie Frazier. And he's even went after Brian Flores.
I think that's who the Giants should get,
Dude,
honestly.
I think they should go after Brian Flores.
Yeah. I mean, he's
They
from
could
New York.
Flores,
He
but I
grew
think
up a
they're gonna
Giants
get
fan.
Dable. I think they're going to get Dable because of the Buffalo connection. But I know
I can see that.
Dashy, is someone in backstage? I don't know if that's the real 214 or not. You've verified that it is a real 214. Or you know if that is 214. I do see him in the backstage. If he is you, show a face cam just so I know it's you and not a porn bomb picture. And they'll let you in and then see if someone else can get off, and I'll let him in. Right now,
Give him
I
a 5 second. Give him a count of 10. If it's not him, get rid of it.
all right, so
That's a good
I
point.
want to see a face cam in 10 seconds. Otherwise, I'm going to boot you out from the backstage. So
Yeah,
I need to see
well,
at least a face cam. At
the
least.
NFL needs to change their overtime rules now.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no,
Yes.
that's definitely
High
a.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
that's
it's embarrassing
that's
when high school overtime
Nope, that was a
rules are
porn
better.
bomber. All right, that was a porn bomber.
Oh, that was
A porn bomber. So nope, they're gone. All right, good. And I banned them from the studio, so they're all good.
Now it's
So I don't even know who was trying to porn bomb the stream.
Yep,
I-
someone was trying to, but I caught them. They're in the backstage, so thank goodness we didn't let them on, so we're good there. So, any of you guys want to say any other final thoughts before I go ahead and end the stream?
Let's
No, you're
rule the AFC. That's all I gotta say.
Kitty goes
Beat
down.
the-
16, Super Bowl
Beat the
23.
KK, Kansas City Chiefs, KK Kingdom. Once again, send these motherfuckers back to the couch. So, anyways, I can put the Chiefs in. Look what I got here.
Put him in a
the
box.
elimination
Cardboard
box.
box.
Put him in a box.
The elimination box.
Yes!
Fuck the Chiefs.
I
Fuck
just-
the Rams. Fuck the 49ers. The only horse
Facts.
I have in the race is the Cincinnati fucking Bengals.
I want to experience my boys in the Super Bowl, and I want that Lombardi so I can get what I
I hope you
on
guys
free
win
ask
the
for the
Lombardi.
Super Bowl title, a championship belt, and a Super Bowl ring on top of it.
There you
Had
go.
Buffalo won, I would have been like, okay, I'll just root for whoever wins the AFC. High school overtime rules are better than NFL overtime rules.
Yeah,
High
a
school.
lot of stuff's over better in it, unfortunately. So,
Bengals, 49ers. I just need one of them in the Super Bowl at least. Fuck the
I just
Chiefs.
need the
Fuck the
Bengals.
Rams. Give me
Fuck
the Bengals
Chiefs,
and the
fuck the
Niners.
Rams, fuck the Niners. I just want the Bengals to win.
Fuck everybody. Fins up.
All right, guys. That's going to do it for me. This is LC Muscle Swing here signing us. See you guys later. And remember, if you're trying porn ball in my backstage, you're not going to get in. Pure and simply put, I don't trust you are. You got to at least show me something. If you're not, if I don't trust you,
it
you're
did
not
show you
getting in.
something.
Right.
Motherfuckers. And
That came out
awesomeness.
so wrong.
What is up, Awesomeness Sports? Before we go, Awesomeness Sports, great to hear from you shouting out Awesomeness Sports. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Have a great night. Let's go Steelers. Let's go Penguins since it is Penguin season. It's hockey
The
season.
Lightning.
Penguin. That's right.
Let's go
Penguins,
Ducks.
man. One game out of
I
first
don't know.
place.
I'm fucking pissed. Fuck the Toronto Maple Leafs for beating us tonight.
Beat the Devils tomorrow.
Adios, guys. We're out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Really?